The less bored you are today, the more bored you'll be tomorrow. And the more bored you are today, the less bored you will be tomorrow. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about productivity and boredom. I don't know exactly if I have a video about being bored. It's something I definitely wanted to talk about before. It might be one of my first ones. It's like be bored or be more bored. But let me turn off my phone. Uh Let me silence my phone. Okay. So this is about dopamine more and neurology, more scientific stuff, which I can't get into a lot, but I'm sure you guys have heard of dopamine detox and all these kinds of things like, oh, take a day, don't go on your phone. Like those YouTube videos would be like, oh, today I'm doing a dopamine detox. All I gave myself was a piece of paper and a pencil, and literally all day. And some of them go even as far as not even eating food or anything like that, which is crazy to me. Which I subscribe to that. I guess you can say toxic productivity. Um, which I'm not a part of that anymore, so I don't know how much of it is still going on. I feel like YouTube has shifted differently, but I want to say that a few years ago, like there was like a rise, or there was just like a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of focus on like productivity and like, but like it was really focused like on the grind aspect of things and going 100% and going all the way, and it became, to me at least, and I know a few other people like, or other people that would watch those videos, it was like kind of like toxic productivity. It was like, oh, this is what it means to be productive, is like I gotta make it super hard on myself, I gotta give it 1,000,000,000%, all this stuff. And that kind of strayed people away from, I guess, the things that really benefit you. But to get away from that for a second and just to focus on, yeah, on the dopamine side of things, like you don't have to do a whole dopamine detox to like clear your brain of like all your distractions and stuff. Obviously it helps, but like people think that like a dopamine detox is just going to solve all their problems, and they're just going to automatically be more productive, get distracted less, be on social media less, just all of a sudden. But the reality of the situation is that this is a day-to-day thing. You don't just have a dopamine detox and then all of a sudden you're productive and you're like on top of the world and stuff. No, that's not the case. So you could do a dopamine detox for sure if you want to go that route. Let's say you're in a position right now where you're always on your phone, you're playing video games all the time, like you're very hooked on dopamine. If you want to start off, like, let's say you're looking at a week, let's say you want to start off on Monday with a dopamine detox, you can definitely do that. And that will be beneficial to start off on Tuesday on the right foot. But you also have to be consistent and be aware of what you're doing. So by all means, if you want to do that dopamine detox, go ahead. But my main point that I wanted to discuss in this video, or yeah, just you don't have to do a whole detox just to be productive. But also in your daily life, like try to be more bored. Try to make your day, I guess, as boring as possible. And you don't have to take it to the extreme to where it's like absolutely no phone use, no video games at all, whatever. You don't have to take it to that extreme. But also, if you do some research, or just like watch any videos on dopamine, be careful, because a lot of, like, again, I'm not a doctor or anything, and I haven't done a lot of research myself either. But I do know that on YouTube there's a lot of differing like viewpoints and opinions and like different things that people will say about dopamine and like what it really is, and maybe I'll make a video more specific to that, but I'm not qualified for that right now, so I'm not going to. But basically, the main thing is that we can become tolerant to dopamine. So, for example, when you wake up in the day, if the first thing you do is get on your phone, you already lost. You already lost a day. Like there's a really a thing that has helped me a lot, and I feel like it could help you and everybody, is like just stay off technology the first hour of your day. At least half an hour. If you can't do an hour, like if you have a set schedule at work, like 9 to 5, and you get up like at 8 or something, or you get up later. I mean, you can wake up earlier, so you can wake up earlier so you have that hour of no technology. But regardless, do that. When you wake up, let's just say half an hour, at least half an hour, no technology, no phones, no nothing. Get up, go wash your face, drink some water, use the restroom, make your breakfast, do chores in the morning. That's like the best time to do chores. That first hour of your day, do something productive. If it's doing the dishes, doing laundry, taking out the trash, or even just going for a walk. And sunlight is very important in the mornings too, actually, when you're waking up. When I wake up, I go outside for, my dog's barking. I go outside for like 10 minutes, look at the sun, try to get my eyes adjusted to the light, and that really helps me wake up. So yeah, try not to use any technology in the first hour of the day. Some people work from home. Maybe you have to check your emails. If you wake up and you already have to check your emails, like wake up earlier. Like if you work from home and you're on the clock technically like at 9 a.m. and you're waking up at that time, just wake up earlier so you're not clocked in as soon as you wake up. Which I don't know if it's many people. Definitely not a lot of people who are watching this video. I mean, I don't know, but I had to mention that. So try to be more bored. Like I said, you start developing a tolerance for dopamine. So dopamine is kind of like the enjoyment we can get from different activities. For example, let's say in the morning you get on your phone, scrolling through Instagram. So dopamine is like, oh, I'm getting a lot of dopamine from using the phone in the morning. And then all your dopamine is sapped already. All your dopamine is gone, exhausted for the rest of the day. And really the only way to recuperate dopamine is going to sleep. So if you wake up and you're on your phone playing video games, whatever the case may be, already in the first hour, a few hours of your day, you're already lost. Because, I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate, like using your phone right when you wake up and then trying to get out of bed or trying to do anything productive is just really hard. And that's because you already used up dopamine. So let's say I pull out my phone, I'm using my phone during the day or in the first hour when I wake up. When I go try to read a book, I can't. Like, it's so boring. I can't enjoy it. So it's kind of, when you're doing that, you're building up that tolerance, which is also why if you ever watch Netflix, let's say you're watching TV or watching YouTube, and it's your favorite show, or it's a good show that you really wanted to watch, and you're watching it, and you have your phone in your hand, and you're scrolling through Instagram or whatever the case may be, like, your brain is focusing on two different activities at the same time. Like, you can't enjoy TV enough to the point that you need to have your phone out and be on social media. So be aware of that too. That really means that you have a tolerance for dopamine, and you need to be more bored and build that up. Like I said, there's a lot of science behind this, like dopamine receptors and synaptic vesicle. I don't even know what that is. I'm looking at some notes right here, but basically we need to be more bored. So when you're going throughout your day, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm going to end it real soon, but when you're going throughout your day, do not like get on your phone and just brain rot on social media. Whatever breaks you're taking throughout your day, the way you can tell if it's a good break is if you want to get back to work after. So, for example, if I'm taking a half an hour break here, let's say I'm off of my day job and I'm trying to be productive at home, I take half an hour and I hop on the PS5 and I'm playing Battlefield. After half an hour, do I still want to play another game or do I want to get back to work? If you want to keep playing, which obviously it depends on the activity. Obviously you want to keep going in certain activities, but if it's something like that it's like hard to get back to work, or it makes it hard to get back to work, then don't do that. For me, most of the time that's video games. Like I don't, video games shouldn't be a break for me, unless it's like I used to use video games as a break, like Call of Duty. They were the OG, like Black Ops 2, great. To me, that was a great thing or method or whatever thing to use as a break, because those team death matches, you already knew they were going to be no longer than like, what was the time limit on those? Like 10 or 15 minutes in Black Ops 2. So in like high school or whatever, like I would play that. And it's like, okay, I'll play one game. I know it's going to take me 15 minutes long. That's my break. Or if your break, if you don't feel like going back to work after doing that, or if you get on your phone during your break or whatever, and again, if you don't feel like getting back to work after, if you feel like, oh, I want to keep laying down and staying on my phone, then do not do that on your break. Like I said, if you're at home, go for a walk, go outside. Maybe do some chores. That's also a break. Like a break doesn't have to be necessarily a reward. Like your break shouldn't be just like you getting on your phone and just getting distracted. So going on a walk is great. Just going outside, meditating if you do that. Just finding things that aren't so dopamine high in your brain will help a lot. And yeah, be more bored. The more bored you are today, the less bored you will be tomorrow. And yeah, be more bored. The more bored you are today, the less bored you will be tomorrow. And that's because of the tolerance you have towards your dopamine. But anyways, I don't want to have this video go on too long. I'm trying to make shorter videos. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here. Comment below. Whatever you think, leave a like if you want to, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. And that's a cut. Let's go get